Namaste, brothers and sisters. Hearty welcome to all of you and happy Tuesday. Welcome to Being Heartful Every Day with Swadhyaya. The theme for this week is forgiveness as a spiritual solvent, the witness who cannot be wounded. And this has been taken from Ashtavakra Mahagita, where Daji has given 5 prescriptions for the soul from the Ashtavakra Mahagita. Those of you who have this book already, I would request you to read this. As I do not have, I cannot open the physical book and read it. So we'll go back to the memory that we've been reading from the Heartfulness magazine. The page is loading. Give me a sec. So Daji talks about memory where it can be colored, and these are formed because of the past actions or the past good or bad happenings to our life. And he talks that uh, meditation is the letting go of thinking, and that is where we attain the state of samadhi. He also says that yoga can never be associated with any belief system because all religions require language, dogma, and belief. Whereas the original state, which is our goal, is beyond all this. So it is only once we transcend the mind in samadhi that there is no longer any need for rebirth. We are then liberated because there are no more desires to be fulfilled. We have reached the original state beyond creation. This is where we have stopped yesterday. So let us start from remove the root cause. He again quotes from Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, Tasam anaditvam cha ashisha nityatatvat. There is no beginning to this process of deep impressions, as the desire to live and be happy is eternal. Each new experience is built upon the tendencies laid down by past experiences. There is no beginning to desire and wish for happiness. Try to witness your desires. If you watch them and are alert to the way they affect your behavior, you will soon understand why it is so useful to remove them from your field of consciousness. The good news is that there is an end to desires through the practice of yoga. As energy is gradually released from being bound up in desires, by removing the vibrational knots or complexities in the field of consciousness, it becomes available to help you soar higher and higher. And as more and more of knots of desire are removed, your energy will be able to soar high enough for you to reach escape velocity. He again quotes 4:11 from Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. Hetufala ashraya alambana samagrihit tatvat esam abhave tad abhavaha. As the knots of energy of impressions are held together by cause and effect, the effects disappear with the causes. What does Patanjali mean here? Think of the effects he spoke about as your emotional reactions. You may be fearful, angry, jealous, anxious, self-pitying, or resentful. Or you may be kind, compassionate, loving, generous, and forgiving. But these are only the effects of underlying causes that exist within your system. What are the underlying causes? They are the samskaric impressions in your field of consciousness. So he says both positive and negative attributes that often a person has, that is because of the underlying causes within our system, and they are because of the samskaric impressions. It is important to understand that the effects cannot be removed by trying to change the effects. If you fell a tree but leave the roots intact, many trees will regrow from the roots. Similarly, if you try to change outer behaviors without removing the underlying samskaras, the behaviors will re-emerge as soon as the conditions are conducive. Trying to control your emotions is a good start. It is good to be aware and willing to change behavioral patterns, such as learning to manage anger. But it is still tackling the problem from the cosmetic and superficial level. That is why medical approach to mental illness has limitations, and why we have a global epidemic of depression. Medication and behavioral changes can only attempt to manage symptoms, the effects. They cannot address the root cause. To remove the root needs something more. Hence, we require something like heartfulness practice of cleaning, which works deeply at the innermost level, removing the root cause itself. For permanent change, the samskaras or energy knots have to be removed. If you try to manage this only by controlling your emotions, you will continue to accumulate in your subconsciousness, and you will end up with a pressure cooker inside you ready to explode. Heartfulness cleaning does the opposite. It releases the effects by removing the root cause. Atita anagatam swarupataha asti adva vedat dharmanam. Past and future exist in the present, but they are not experienced in the present because they have different characteristics. They are on different planes. This is interesting quote by Sage Patanjali. It's 8:58 now. I think we'll stop here and we'll restart again from 4:12 tomorrow. Let us gather ourselves for the universal prayer. Before that, let us ponder upon the meaning of what Daji wants to talk about, the memories leading to samskaras, and and he says that heartfulness cleaning, it releases the effects by removing the root causes. So, a very important aspect of heartfulness meditation. Daji always talks about three important things which are non-negotiable for a heartfulness practitioner. They are the morning meditation, evening cleaning, and bedtime prayer. Let us gently close our eyes. Let us make a resolve that all brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion. आइए हम यह संकल्प लें कि सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और इनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है। Whenever you are comfortable, you may kindly open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining in tonight's session. See you tomorrow again at 6 a.m. And let us ensure we complete our bedtime prayer so that we are connected throughout the night with the Master, along with waking up afresh for the morning meditation. Thank you and Shubhratri. Have a great rest of the evening.